What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kart 63 YouTube channel. Or I probably didn't have to say that. You're actually on YouTube. If you didn't mind, at the end of this video, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I guess. If you didn't like it, you could do that. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you didn't mind. It really helps the channel. It helps the more people who interact with it, either comments, thumbs up, and all that stuff. It helps the videos get out there. YouTube, in the algorithm or whatever it's called, and get out there and more people can see it, I guess is the end. Today we are going to do some basic clutch maintenance. This would be something, in between races, if you're a weekly racer, if you race a couple times a month, just real quick cleaning the bearings and such. I'm going to go down, I'm going to get some sort of camera angle here, and I'm going to break down my clutches and just kind of discuss quickly what they're about. Nothing super in detail. Clean some bearings, show you how that's done, and then, hopefully that can help somebody out that's never done it before. So we're going to dive down below, show you how that goes, and I probably won't come back up. I'll just say goodbye, and I'll catch you at the next video. All right, catch you guys in a minute. Okay, here we are. Let me get a little situated here. I do have my microphone mounted. It's kind of on the table, so if I'm bumping the table or anything, you're probably going to get a little bit of noise, but just the way I have it set up, it's a wire. It doesn't reach across without being in the screenshot. So these are two of the clutches I have. I run not only UAS open, which would be this 4-disc clutch, but I also run KT100, which would be this 2-disc clutch. Now, both of these clutches are from Licatus, whatever you want to say, Racing. I believe they're out of Illinois. These are called a Gator clutch. This information really does expand, beyond the Gator. This style clutch, I think there's Nitro, there's the different names, whoever distributes these style clutches. There's different names of those, or Bully. They're essentially the same thing, little different design, same basic, the arms. It's a centrifugal clutch. The faster it's the internal springs, or spins, I'm sorry, the harder these levers come out, the more pressure squishes the pressure plate into the discs, into the floaters, and all locks is one. So basic concept of a centrifugal clutch and the way it works. So this is 2-disc, similarity between these and clones. I think they run 2-disc, maybe a single disc. I'm not quite sure. I don't run clone stuff. Obviously, UAS. I got a 250 and a 270 two-stroke. So same clutch, more discs, more floaters, big 4-disc here to take the kind of horsepower we put through it. So I probably just tear down the 2-disc right now. So basically what you're going to want to get is a pair of snap ring pliers. These are Husky. Doesn't really matter. Go to your Advanced Auto Parts, go to Napa, go online, get on eBay, and you're going to want to remove this snap ring. Of course, I go to pick it up and I can't do it. So you want to spread that snap ring and get it up and off. I'll just do it down here. I can't do it up there. You want to spread the ring, and then you take your snap ring off there. And that's what that looks like. Set that to the side. There is another that comes off as well. Okay, and then slide your basket off. Now, sometimes if they're greased well, that comes off, and I'll describe this in a second. So this is your basket with your gear. If you've never had one apart, let me clean this up a little bit. Obviously, I didn't clean this. So it is in need of some maintenance here. So that is what that looks like, your basket attached to your gear. And inside this bearing, they don't always come out. You can remove them. Some of them will just slide out. This one happens to be set in there. And for all my cleaning, I really like this Castle Shop Solve. You can use brake clean, anything like that. Remove all the residue, the dirt, the junk that gets built in there. All right, and then you get in here, and your bearings that go on the bearing race. Of course, I got gloves on, and I can't do it. But what you got inside of here is another set of bearings, and this, helps the basket rotate on the center hub there. So these need to be cleaned as well. And get off screen here. I can get this off. I got gloves on. Sometimes I clean these without gloves on, which is not good for chemicals on your hands, but I work in a body shop, so I always have chemicals on my hands. It doesn't bother me much. So there you go. That's that that bit. So one of the things I like to clean, do not spray your clutch. The friction discs on your clutch will absorb things like shop solve. The material is porous. The friction material is porous, and it will absorb it, and it will expand the material and cause it to break down. So I don't do that. What I do is I get a rag. I spray a little on here. Little shop solve, a little brake clean, whatever it is. I get on here, and then I clean the race off. All that dirt, all that gunk. Just get it nice and clean. Just, you know, don't have to go crazy, like we said. This is just basic maintenance, but get all the crap off there. You're going to grease this, and then when you run on dirt, it's going to collect dust, and it's going to create, you know, essentially sandpaper that the bearings are running on. So once that's clean, now we pay attention to our gear and our gear bearing. So inside here, I'm gonna come off screen here because I do not use a bit more. I usually go over top of garbage and I spray the bearing, and then I spray the rest of the basket in general, and I come in and I start wiping things out as I drip all over the rest of the clutch. I told you not to get shop solve on. And then you can use your paper towel, you can use your rag here, but I like to come in and I like to wipe out until it's, for the most part, clean. I mean, you're always going to be able to get a little dirt, a little color out of there because all the grease and everything. But for the most part, this is what you're looking for. You're looking to clean that. Now, over the years, I've adjusted what I've used, I guess. I used to use not a lot of lubrication, and I found a whole bunch of wear on my clutches. So since then, I have just go to Walmart, some high temp grease. This is what I get. You can either get it in the tube or the tub like this, and you don't have to use a lot. So we're going to take just a touch. Just get your gloves, your fingers, whatever. Just get a little bit. You're going to want to put that grease onto that race, inside race. Okay. I think I forgot to clean these. We're going to go with the same treatment here. We're going to spray these off real quick. This bearing and these washers. Clean them off real quick. Give them wipe down. Make sure they're all free of dust and debris. Okay. Clean for the most part. This is not exactly what I do every time. I'm trying to do it on video, so find your own way. Find better way. Lay down paper towel. Keep everything clean. Everything sanitary as possible. Okay. Then for the internal bearing here, I take a little bit. Most of it, you do not need a lot, so just put a little bit in there. Stick my finger in. Rotate that around. Get it fairly even distributed. I'm not quite sure if there's a difference between what I do with my 2 strokes and unlimited or with the clone stuff. This is just weekly maintenance that I do every time I race. You're gonna go wash the cart. I pull off the clutch. You don't want to get the clutch wet. You don't want things rusting. You don't want that. So peel the clutch off, get it separated, and then every time I go to work on it, I do this, and therefore everything's dry. I give the clutch a good once over. You're gonna want to get a little grease on here. Just every washer. Okay, put your bearing back on. Outside washer, you want to protect it from the hub or from the basket. Keep your hands off real quick here. Okay, and we're going to flip our basket. Set this back on there. Line up your discs. Put that back on. Okay, your outside washer. That's going to go on. And take this. You're going to take your snap ring pliers here. And you're going to snap ring back over. Bam. Super simple, super easy. You can break these things down even further if you want. You really get in there and clean everything. Make sure, one thing I guess you want to make sure is all these arms are moving. They're not set up with rust. They're not set up, they haven't worn themselves on the pressure plate too awful bad to where they're hanging up. So you want that free as can be. But there it is, guys. Super easy. Like I said, this is designed the exact same way. There's just 4 discs instead of 2. So I hope this helps somebody out. I can't see my camera, so we're going to review this, make sure everything went okay, and then if so, this video will be posted after this week's video, and this week's video was dealing with internal tire prep. So we will, I'll catch you guys later, and happy